Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock and we begin this Friday evening with breaking news. One man is dead after a shooting on the north side of Indianapolis. That confirmation coming from police less than 2 hours ago. No one is in custody right now, but police are telling us they're now investigating this case as a homicide. All of this unfolding around 8 tonight on Kenworthy Drive. That's near 79th and Harcourt. Police are telling us the man died at the scene. Investigators say the car he was driving hit an apartment building. No one inside was injured. Right now, police are looking for witnesses or any security video that can help them lead to answers. We're also following breaking news on the city's east side tonight. This is where police are investigating another shooting. Police tonight confirming one person was shot outside of a McDonald's near 21st and Shadeland. At this hour, Metro Police tell us they have detained a person of interest. We're also told tonight the person shot is expected to be okay. Now, we're going to be following both of these breaking news stories overnight. You'll see any breaking developments on WTHR.com and, of course, on Sunrise starting tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. And now to another big story that we are following on this Friday night, the weather. Look at this footage. This is Taylor Elementary in Kokomo. Video sent to us by the superintendent there. Logan Gay talked to him about what this means for students and their families. We'll be breaking that down in just a moment. But first tonight, Matt's been tracking the storms. Matt, do we have any storms right now and anything severe?
Yeah, nothing severe, but we still have some thunderstorms to the south in Lawrence County. So okay. Bedford, we're still getting some good downpours, but that was a pretty good cell that went through Howard County for Kokomo. Kokomo, you can sleep fine tonight. We are now quiet, but boy, that was some nasty wind there for a second, especially on the south side of town. Right now, the front continues to push to the south and east. Not so much cooler air, but a little bit drier air. And that's what's helping to spark some of these cells. Right now, most of them are south of Indianapolis. We'll take a closer look with some of the mugginess that has been able to pop up some of these showers and storms because it hasn't been that muggy recently. But the dry air coming in from the west is sparking some of these leftover storms. Much of Indy now looking good, but we have a couple pop-ups to track. We have one that's in northern Madison County. This is going to drift south and east towards Muncie, so watch out Delaware County. And then once you go south, these are the bigger downpours. They're not severe, but right around Lawrence County, especially Bedford, out towards the east, even getting towards Brownstown, we have a little bit more of those leftover downpours. Coming up, Scott, we'll take a look at how much rainfall we picked up and how much more rain could fall this weekend. All
right, Matt, we'll see you in a few minutes. And now to that storm damage in Kokomo. Tonight, leaders for Taylor Community Schools are working to make sure that the students can get back into class safely. Our Logan Gay just talked with the superintendent. So, Logan, will Taylor Elementary be ready for the kids by Monday?
Well, Scott, right now they're planning to apply for a waiver from the state that will allow them to take Monday off and relocate classrooms to a different part of the school building. And you can see why. This video given to us by the Taylor Community School superintendent shows the extensive damage. Steve Deshawn says storms seemingly blew up out of nowhere. He says high winds and heavy rain ripped part of the roof of the building off. The superintendent says there's damage to roughly a quarter of the school, much of it along a hallway with classrooms and near the gym. One teacher was in the building at the time. Thankfully, no one was injured. When we spoke with the superintendent, he did say that water was pouring through the building, but work is already underway to get things fixed. Crews spent time after the storm pushing water out in order to salvage the gym. They had roofers come out and put up barricades. They still don't have any information about the structural damage and plan to have inspectors at the building in the coming days. Now, as far as that waiver, if it isn't approved, Deshawn tells me they will just take Monday off and add a day to the end of the year. At this point, Deshawn says they're planning to be back Tuesday, but he says it's a wait-and-see game now for sure.
All right, Logan, thanks so much. And you can track the rain chances with the WTHR weather app. You'll have access to our interactive radar and our weather blog anytime on your phone. Plus, you can sign up for alerts. That way, you'll know when any severe storms are in your neighborhood. Want to remind you, it's a free download. You can get it in the App Store. A man is in critical condition tonight after getting rescued from a neighborhood retention pond. All of this unfolding in Noblesville near Hague Road and Wynwood Parkway. We've got some video. You can see the rescue crews pulling a man to safety after finding him underwater. Noblesville police say a neighbor called 911 after seeing the man standing on top of one of the fountains.
One of the neighbors had spoke to me and told me about it, and said he was there 1 minute, next minute he was gone, and like I said, it took him quite a while to get out to the middle, you know, and he wasn't under long, and the next thing you know, they brought him up.
Police in Noblesville tonight are telling us that once they pulled the man to the bank of that retention pond, they performed life-saving care before sending him to the hospital. As for that pond, Goff told us that nothing has happened there in 5 years that he's lived in that neighborhood. We want you to know that you need to expect to see more patrols around Indianapolis this weekend, all in an effort to curb those so-called spinning events and street takeovers in our city. Police officers responded to multiple cases over the weekend, made several arrests. Now state troopers are joining IMPD to address this problem.
The message has been clear. This cannot go on in our city. Our officers are already busy enough, and they should not have to be dealing with this. Chief Bailey has been clear, as well as Superintendent Carter. We will be out. This is not a good thing for you to do. And not only that, it's dangerous to be doing it. So hopefully folks take heed to the message and not allow it to happen.
It's not the only plan in place tonight to put an end to these street takeovers. Monday, a new ordinance goes before the City County Council. That measure would mean drivers and participants would face a $250 fine. Spectators could be fined $100, and vehicles would be impounded at least 30 days. Tonight, a Career Center instructor in Shelby County is under arrest, accused of having sex with one of his students. Police say that relationship lasted more than a year. Court documents reveal that Matthias Ellis, a diesel service instructor at Blue River Career Programs, sent inappropriate messages to the student. Now, in the last couple of months, police say the two met in a parking lot to have sex. Police say the teen reported it to her vice principal last week. Christina Korobov with the Zero Abuse Project told us in cases like this one, it can be scary for the victim to report it to an adult.
That at some point, the child realizes, I don't want this, but they feel completely out of control in this situation because the person they are with is an adult and they feel very powerless to stop what is going on. So I just want to commend her bravery in coming forward.
Police also say they found several child porn videos on Ellis's phone after they got a search warrant. Tonight, he's facing multiple counts, including child seduction and possession of child pornography. School leaders tonight are confirming to 13 News Ellis is no longer employed.
If you are a parent and you have kids and you need help, get it, because you don't know when it's going to be the last time that you can.
Tonight, a father is remembering his 3 daughters found dead in their home in Indiana. The girls all under the age of 8. Their mom, 32-year-old Rebecca Hughes, also found dead in their home in Walcottville. That awful discovery taking place Tuesday in Noble County. Investigators have not said how they died. This loss unimaginable for their dad, Jonathan Newell, who right now is trying to figure out how to navigate his grief.
Sometimes you're mad, sometimes you're sad, other times you're so disassociated you don't even feel like you're there. There's times today where I felt like the kids are just still over at their mom's house. They're just right down the road. All I got to do is drive up there.
Newell went on to say he is grateful for everyone's support, even from total strangers. And he put out this plea tonight. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, please reach out for help. DNA tonight is confirming a body discovered in Kentucky is the man suspected of shooting those 5 people along I-75 earlier this month. Authorities in Kentucky spent days looking for Joseph Couch. An autopsy now reveals Couch shot himself. Right now, investigators are waiting on a toxicology report. That shooting happened on September 7th. A couple found Couch's body in the woods on the 18th, not far from the scene of that shooting. One of the people seriously injured is this woman from Indiana. This is Janet Booth, who was on her way home from a trip to North Carolina when she was hit in the hip by a bullet. I sat down with Janet this week to talk about those terrifying moments and her incredible survival, how she relies on music and her faith in God. You can watch our conversation right now. I've got it posted for you on WTHR.com. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a man is under arrest accused of murder connected to a shooting nearly a month ago. According to IMPD, officers arrested the 32-year-old man earlier this week. That shooting happened on August 29th near 34th and Emerson. Police found 57-year-old Michael Edwards injured inside of a truck. He died at the hospital. Right now, authorities are working to determine how an inmate was able to attack a sheriff's deputy here in Marion County. That inmate tonight is now on administrative lockdown at the Marion County Adult Detention Center. A sheriff's office spokesperson says the inmate wouldn't listen to the deputy's instructions and then knocked the officer to the ground. The inmate was reportedly in jail on multiple charges, including robbery and dealing narcotics. Tonight, the prosecutor will decide if new charges will be filed. Hoosiers recognizing people missing in action and prisoners of war. This service held at the Indiana War Memorial downtown to honor their sacrifice.
Included in that group of missing service members are 1,720 of our own Indiana residents. The flags are a tribute to our Hoosier heroes.
UPS tonight revealing plans to hire nearly 2,300 people here in the Indianapolis area. Those are full-time and part-time jobs, all part of an effort to ramp up the workforce to help with the holiday shopping season. Most of these jobs don't require an in-person interview, so the process can take as little as 10 minutes. If you're interested in applying, we've got a link to the UPS site on WTHR.com.
We've been tracking scattered downpours out there this evening, but more widespread rain comes up for the weekend. We're going to let you know when you could get some healthier rainfall totals coming up.
It's almost time for Operation Football. Tonight we'll take you to our game of the week, Ben Davis at Warren Central, in just minutes. Plus, we're less than 48 hours away from the Indiana Fever's first playoff game. Tonight we'll look at what this success means for the team, the WNBA, and our city. All next here on 13 News at 11.